Hello. I just thought of recording my War of the Three Kingdoms warheads. So we have like 12 flags, and the last I counted, we have about 12 full targets or somewhat full targets remaining. So I thought this would be a good time to do my warheads. We have 5 more hours before the war ends, and okay, as I mentioned that somebody's taking up some of the full targets, so I think we might have to do some cleans, or if we mess up any flags, we'll have to do our own cleans. So we still see a lot of Snowfort tanks around, and there's two Bera teams and a Hulda. So I think I might want to start with clearing out the Bera teams first. Typically because I have a Skadi team as well as a Ludwig team, which doesn't do too well um, against Snowfort. So let's get started. So I managed to scrounge up 12 teams without having to use any 3 stars, but we do have some which are unleveled, not leveled to the max. So hopefully they do well. It will be the first time that I'm going to be attempting to get 12 one-shots. The previous time I did, I think I only got 6 or 7. Not going to complain about the boards, but yeah. So we're going to start off with the Skadi team. So I think this should work. Might need to change this to, I think I'll change this with a regard. No, maybe I'll just stick to this. But since they don't have any meaningful buffs, I think I will change this to the normal side so that we can get a burst heal if required. Alright, so there it is. Troops are in the right place, going against quite a heavy minion team. Let's go. Right, so technically we are doing quite well in terms of flags. We are ahead, so that's good news always. So not that many blues on the board, but we do have a purple diamond, which I think would be good to get started with. I'm not sure who I want to target first, but I think since we're dealing a lot of the damage on the right side, we'll just freeze the right side. So I'm going to save the heal for the time being. Maybe save it for later on and try and get more blues on the board while we can. So I think that just gave us enough. I think that just gives us enough blue to work with. So I'm gonna give us a heal first. Do this. Get that in. Okay, so that'll be good enough to reduce some of the damage that's incoming. So hopefully Pangi doesn't hit anybody too drastic. Oh god, that's a lot of damage. Yep, so Kirill is dead. But I think we have just enough to survive. Wow, it's only 3. Wow, so that's the difference between having an attack up and not having an attack up. So this will most likely be a fail right now, unless we can scrounge out something. I probably should have used the reds. Yeah, this is a fail. Just too many, just not having the armor down and the attack up. So I'm going to clean this first, because I don't really have like a complete bunch of teams to work with. I'm going to probably use one of our green teams to go with this. Maybe not green, but maybe we can test out one of the teams that I plan to use. trying out a different formation of a team that I can try out in war next time. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's attack this again and go with a, let's see. So this technically I wanted to go against a Hulda team with this, so I might have to hold this off first. Let's work with a, let's go with a, let's test this out with a Slayer team and see if this works. Okay, so we want this here and this here, and so it's green, right? So I think this works. Maybe not this. Let's go with Ursina and Regard. Okay, this should work. Alright, let's try again. If this fails, we might have to do something else. But I think this should be okay since it killed off Bera already, so we don't have that much of an issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off on doing raid matches for the time being until we get at least some stacks going on for the Slayers. Okay, we might have to eat. We might have to eat a shot from who's this Octros, but I think that should be fine. And then we can heal right after, so, or not. Wow. Okay. Yep, so hopefully yeah, I don't have that many raids on the board. That's annoying. Okay, so that's a fail again. So that's like a really annoying thing to do. So got no choice but to try and clean this again. This is not really going well, isn't it? Okay, so enough playing around. Let's just use a proper team to get rid of this. Greens. Yeah, it's really kind of annoying when you can't get. I mean, it wasn't really in the tile movements, I think, but it's more on the just not having the right team composition for this. Yeah, but it's really annoying when you can't get like a proper team going. Wow. Okay. Yes. Get a good board when you're trying to do a double cleanup. Okay, so let's size this down. Yeah, should be over. Yeah. Okay, so that's one. That took 3 teams to deal to deal with one defense. So I think we'll try not to waste too many teams for the last 9 flags that we have. So I haven't used any one of my actual war teams yet, I think. So what we can do, so they are dealing with the non non-Snowfort, so I think I should start taking out some of the Snowfort teams. So let's see. So we got our green team, which I think will go well here. So the green team. So I'm going to try out a different formation for this as well. In the sense that I want Kara to benefit from Ptolemy's ailment buff. So let's try and see if this works. So ideally, once Kara gets going, she doesn't get anything from Quintin and Guan Yu. So let's see if this works. Okay. Red diamond into this, into that. Not too bad. Hold off doing the red diamond first, get this going. Yeah. And so we're gonna eat an attack from Pengi, that's for sure. So I just need to be careful with that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. So we have our ailment buff going on. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna get Guan Yu to go off, but this won't really matter because she has buffs against defense down, so she doesn't take the defense down ailment. And when Quintin fires, if he fires, there won't be anything happening to her. So yeah, we're not going to be able to kill off Albrecht, so we're going to let him revive Pengi, and we're going to just try and take this out, or well, try to take this out. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, so this is good actually. So we just want to try and set off our teams again. Yeah, see, so it resists the ailment buff, which is good then. So it's just nice for us to gather up our forces again. So we're gonna try and see if this debuffs the mana. Yeah, so it debuffs the mana generation, so we don't have to worry about him firing too fast while we try and gather back our greens. So it'll take a while, so let's just ghost. Let's just keep ghosting until we get greens on the other side. We don't want to match anything into him until we are ready to kill him. Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to save for one round since he's about to fire, and probably just do this. Just this basically. Maybe that was enough to kill him, I don't know. Yeah. So I guess it's working out from my side because he's not reviving anybody, which is definitely rare. Most of the time on defenses, they tend to revive more times than you would on offense, even though, you know, logically it's supposed to be equal chances on attack on offense and defense. Alright, so one down. Let's see what else we can do. So I think I want to take the team with Ferrand here, I think. Yeah, I think the team with Ferrand should do well here. So let's go with that. Where's my Jackal? Oh no. Let's see him first. Jackal, Ferrand, and Boltas. So essentially I want Morel and Octros to fire when Ferrand is ready, while trying to take out Snow. This typically it's a okay-ish team. Doesn't really fare too badly in normal wars, but we shall see. how it does. Wow, yes, of course, we start with uh, the board's correcting itself. This is okay, that's good. So we can just fire this first. I want to do this, and then we can kill this off. Oh, that's good. That's a good target to get hit by. So we're gonna ghost for a while, um, so that we can set up our Boltas and Farron to go off at the same time while these guys are going off. So let's just heal. Let's just do this. Okay, so get this ready. Okay, yeah, so this is ideally what you want. So it's gonna take all the damage in, and we'll have time to heal as well. So that basically solves the problem of the reflect, of the damage being taken. And if he hits this tree again, I think he's dead. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, this should be the win. All right. Yeah, so these are my standard war teams that I use on a regular basis for most normal wars, and that basically takes out most of these Norfolk tanks that I go up against. So we're going to try to do the same thing again. I think this time with Asmir. So not really fond of going against this. But I think it should be fine. Let's go with this. So this is the primary team that I'm going to be using. My primary kill squad for as a Norfolk tank in our regular wars. I use this every war, I think, even for a rush. Although I do change the configuration a little bit for rush wars. So ideally what you want is for Odin and Octros to hit the right side. So let's just see if this works. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's go. So we're not really having good boards, I would say, but at least we are sustaining. So not enough blues, and not enough yellows as well. So we're gonna try to get ourselves more. Okay, so I think this does. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I think this takes out. Yeah, this takes out snow. You can do this too. So I just realized now that it's actually pretty bad to take Zuri into Asgadi, but it seems to be working out for us. So we're just gonna do that again. And I think, wow. Okay, so let's slow them down a bit. Get our blues up and running. Give them some buffs. Okay, so now every time they get hit, they're taking they're getting additional what do you call it, counter attack buffs, so that's good. Yes, I want you to get buffed as well, get counter attacked. Awesome. And now I think it's just textbook. Just do this, and I think I'm done with this. So that's basically the normal yellow teams that I use. I do have another, I think 2 more yellow teams that I can try. These will be slightly weaker, so we want to see what would be good against different teams. So let's see, I do have a yellow with a red defense team that can go against this. I'm just thinking about this. We do have something to go against this, which I think it's good. Mm, yeah, I think this works as well. Yeah, okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try using one of the yellow teams against this. So it's gonna have Motega, um, Lucy, Wang, um, Crit, and a Dispel. So this gives armor up to counteract Morale of Rig, and we have the base yellow to deal with the to deal with the top with the Snow Fort. So let's just try this team out, see if it works. It's not typically a very strong team. I don't use this team at all for war, but it's just something that you have to scrounge up whenever you're dealing with the War of the Three Kingdoms, especially since it taxes your roster. It relies heavily on dealing with having enough team roster to deal 12 flags. So right, so we're gonna save the I think we're gonna save Melendor first. So I think we're taking out this side first. So let's see what we can do. Okay. I think fat fingered that, but I think that should be good. We're gonna do green again. So, okay, that's the best. Actually, that's the best target for him to hit. Oh wow! I'm just noticing. Wow. Okay, so I thought it was just for Wang, but apparently it's for everyone that gets a benefit of this. So I might have to rethink some of my war teams. I clearly didn't expect that to happen. So we're gonna have to look at relook at some of our war teams later. For the time being, let's just end this battle. I think this is pretty much a win. We just need to deal with Auda. I think Auda is the most annoying, the one that deals the most damage here. Not really too concerned about Frigg, especially when there's not that many greens on the board, and because Melosi doesn't get affected by the defense down as well. So we're gonna just keep letting her fire. If she's able to fire again, it's fine. And this should be another dub. Wow, the amount of dodges. Okay, let's do this, and that's it. All right. Third Snowfall tank down. Let's go for the next one. So there's this team. This team would be. Oh, I should have kept the. Okay, so I will need to do this in a. I have to hope for good timing on this. So I forgot about this team. So actually, you should have at least one more Dispeller, but I'm just gonna bring one. Oh, technically I have an ailment blocker, so that's fine. And what we'll do is we'll have Bai Young, Mist, Vivica. We'll have Queen of Hearts to hold off some of the heat, and then we'll have Scarlet give the attack up. Alright, so let's see if this works. All things considered, I think I'm happy with how the boards are working out in my favor most of the time. So again, like this is actually a very good board. Just not enough raids, but I think we are alright with that. Let's just give this to him. Let's just kill him off first. Should be enough. Yep. Yep, and then we can let him fire, and it doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, we have to make sure he fires while the miss buff is still active, and since it's not, we have to stop hitting him. Okay, so I'm gonna hold off and hope for a lucky hit. See if it works. Okay, so just in time, get this up and running. We're gonna kill him first, kill Cadillac first, because she's just basically being super annoying. I'm gonna save one turn for the sorcerer thing to wear off. Okay, that's bad. I didn't see that he did not. Ouch. Okay. I did not see that he got the he didn't get the debuff from Mist. So I'm gonna have to do this to him. Do this to him. And also give this to him. And I have to worry about the other side as well. Alright, yep, should work. Okay, do this. Oh, I think I'm dead. Oh, okay. Alright, yep, so blind him. Hopefully the blind works. You know, it's right, yep, that's all I can ask for. Let's kill him. Let's slow down his mana. Okay, let's do this first. Let's do this, and it should be game. So that was a close one. I think we got that just in time in terms of doing all the debuffs. So that's basically the 4 yellow teams that I have cooked up for this war. So looks like they are going for the flip. So we can just wait around and see how they do. So let's just see. He's going for the flip. Oh well, clearly he's not. So that leaves us with some options to deal with this team. So I do have okay, so someone's about to try this team as well. So the problem with Snowfall, especially when you have this War of the Three Kingdoms, when you have like a coordinated war where everybody just plays, like the majority is having Snowfall. So what if you are attacking late or you're attacking at the wrong timing, there'll be only Snowfall tanks remaining on the board. And that's when, you know, your purples start to be diminished. You don't have enough roster for dealing with Snowfall tanks only. So like this case now, I've dealt with, I think, was it 5 Snowfall tanks? So I still have enough juice to go against maybe another 2 or 3 more Snowfall tanks, but we shall see. So I do have the Ludwig team. I do have the Ludwig team still available, so that's something that we have to try. We have to try and use, because that's one of my stronger teams. We also have the, so what teams do we have here? We have the 2 blue teams left, which is the Cobalt team. But the Cobalt team I'll have to adjust if we're going against Norfolk, just because we can't use purple, so that means Onyx. We can't really use Onyx. And I also have a Huldat team. So let's see how it shapes out. We're gonna just wait a while at the time being. So they have 306 flags left. We have a bit more, I think, and we are doing way better than them. So yeah, so this is yeah, it's good that they're cleaning up after themselves, because this is I mean, 21 points is still a lot, but at the same time, it's just one. I'm really interested to know how they calculate the teams for this, because typically when you're playing against 30 versus 30, it's typically about 50 points on average. So the bonus will be about 18 to 20. So it's like pretty shitty if you kill like four and a half of the team, and you only get like 9 points from there. So, yeah, am I a fan of this kind of wars? Probably, but I think 12 flags is okay. A hundred participants per war, it's not. I don't think it's a good. How do you say? I don't think it's very good in terms of coordination, if you want to do some coordination for this, because everybody will just be playing however they like. There's no way you're coordinating tanks. Not in the slightest. I mean, right now you can look, it's all, I think there's still all purple tanks that are surviving. There are some blue tanks around, some red, if I'm not mistaken, from what I've seen. Let me see if I can show an example. This is yeah. So Krampus tank. So it's very difficult for you to coordinate tanks, which is fine. I think in these kind of wars, it's typically very difficult to coordinate tanks. So what do? You just play your best defense and just hope for the best, because at the end of the day, it's 100 people. No matter how good your defense is, as long as you eat about two flags, 2 to 3 flags, you're fine. Like, for example, this annoying team that I had to deal with took me 3 flags to kill that. Yeah. So I think, looking at it, I think it's all right. I think this format is okay. They probably should reduce it to about 50. I think 50 is better, maybe, and maybe reduce the flags to like 9, because you can see that not everybody will have the roster depth to have 12 war flags. Like, when I talk about 12 war flags, you want the teams to be ready for war, in a sense that it's something that you're comfortable with, rather than just cooking up a team just for the fun of it. So let's just, while that's happening, let's just look at the ranking. We are in Shu, I think. Yeah, so we're currently up there. War bands, as you can see, we're currently top 200. My guess is that all these guys are probably done with their flags, or somewhat near done with their flags. And oh yes, good board, good flip. So we can start working on some of the teams again. So with our 2 blue teams, we're gonna try and go against Snowfog tanks as well, or if we want to cut corners, we can go against non-Snowfog tanks. But I think the aim here is to try and have more practice against Snowfog teams, especially since when we are going against in war, it is always better to have more practice against them. There's this is like the typical, I would say, top tier meta team that you'll be facing. And this one not so, because they're using Frick. Typically this Frick will not be here. Frick will be somewhere here, or El Nadaha as well, and you will have a red here, which will make sense then to bring a blue team against this. But right now I think I don't have the war capacity to deal with this, so I'm not going to touch that. So let's look for a Snowfog team with a red flank and see where we go from there. Let's see. This one looks interesting. Yeah, let's go. So normally this team will not have a will usually play a purple support team, but I think in this case it is not very wise to bring a purple against Snowfog. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch it up a little bit. So they have quite a lot of ailments. So we're gonna try with our. So I'm very interested in this, in a sense that because you add her, she buffs. This is my other Three Kingdoms hero that I have maxed. So this buffs everybody. So maybe it'll be something interesting to like bring her and see if it's possible. The only problem is I don't have enough mana troops to get her up and running, up to speed, unless I do something like have her and maybe a fast speed, so something like Marjana as well. That may work. But I was thinking of something like bringing in Lady Loki and potentially another healer. I'm not sure where I want to be going from this. So I could bring Gulin Bursty. That'll be something interesting to try out. But I think what I want to do. So if I do this, I don't have the proper troop for this, I think. Oh no, I do. Oh, I just need a level 17 since I took the. Please tell me I take the mana. Yeah, okay. So we can try something like this. I'm just gonna put it in the corner. So let's go with something like this. So with Sun Shangxiang giving the buffs to this, I think this will be an okay team to take against. Take against this. So yeah, let's try. I think no harm should be okay. Taylor Knox. Okay, so not enough blues, as usual. I mean, you can't expect it to be a good board every time. So I think we're gonna do a little bit of cascading. So that just put it nicely, I think. So yeah. Okay, so we have a blue here. Let's do that. All right. And then have this. So we want to reduce the number of red tiles that will be on for Octros to fire. And we're gonna have to try and heal some of this damage that's coming in. Okay, so yeah. And I think this kills. Yeah. Okay, so they're both gonna fire. Just hope for the best. I think she's dead. Oh no, she's not. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna send everything back, but I think this team is dead. If I'm not mistaken, this team is really dead. I don't have enough power for this. Yeah. Yeah. So the problem with that is normally you will have a purple team, a purple ready with this, but I'm gonna just go back in and clean up my mess. It's annoying that you can't get it done. So I probably won't take on a Huda with this, so it's fine to go with my own Octros. And maybe have a different hero for this. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Oh no, you typically want that. Yeah, I think this is fine. Then you have Heimdall and well, since they don't have any purples left, right? Yeah, let's just clean up our mess. Yeah, I probably could have played that a bit better, but oh well. This is not good. Yeah, so I'm trying to move away from teams that are too reliant just on one guy going off. because if that happens, it's not really uh, once that unit dies, then you're fully dependent on another uh, you'll be fully dependent on that unit surviving. So, but I think this should be a dub. Yeah, we're gonna give the win to Jabberwock. Yeah. Alright, done. Okay, so that's done. Let's shake that off and go for something else with the other blue team. So the other blue team will have yellow to support, which I think will be much better going against Snowford. This might be okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I like a good Ruby fight. Okay, so not double healers for this, but with Krampus I think it's fine. We have Naiju and Lady Woolerton. So I was originally planning to get Woolerton up, but then I realized I didn't have enough cleric emblems. Now I do, so maybe it's time to max her, and hopefully she sees some use in some cases of wars when I need more yellows. More yellow teams available at my disposal. So quite a good board here. Not gonna complain about this board. Yeah. So this is where regrets comes in for not putting the the 29 on Woolerton, but it's fine. So let's go with this first and go with this. Yeah. So the good thing about this is I think no one else will fire. Even if Cobalt fires, he'll just take out one. Yep, which is the one I intended him to take out with. Go this, give him this, cut everybody's mana. I'm not too worried about Cornell right now, but I'm worried about the other side. So let's take this out. Okay, and we'll save one more turn, I think. The blues, see if we can come up with any other blues. Nope. It's super annoying sometimes, you hope for a chance of a blue and nothing comes up. So annoying. Right, so Cornell's gonna fire, and it's not too much damage. Cobalt's gonna die from this, and we have ghosting lanes. It's typically what you want. Okay, I think that is just nice to make sure that yeah, I think she should die from this. Yep. Alright, it's a good board. I think it's a really good board. No hiccups whatsoever. So we have one final team. So I could go the lazy route and just pick a yellow, but in this case I find this team to be very interesting to go against. So we are going to go against this, and just because I want to see how these three teams will interact with each other, so we're just going to go for this. It might be a huge fail because Diao Chan might just steal all of Ludwig's buffs, but you know what, let's just try. Okay, final flag. This ended way faster than I expected, probably because I failed 4 times. So freaking annoying. And herein lies the problem, you see. So this team is heavily reliant on Snowford going off in 3 purple matches. If you don't get those purple matches, you are in trouble. And this is what I mean by in trouble. Okay, so we have one set up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to eat a hit from uh, Zhuge Liang. I think it's fine, I guess. No, it's not. Okay, so the problem with this is that bloody troop is being blocked by a reflect team. Let's see if we can cover up something. Nope, still not. Still not having the right purple matches. So this is why I'm retiring this team after. I'm retiring this team for my normal wars, just because I can't. It's too reliant on Snowfall firing, and if I can't get Snowfall to fire, this team is as good as dead. Yeah, there you go. Well, this is something to think about for next war. I think this is gonna be a 0 most likely. Can't even get past through the I can't even get past through the minion line. So this is definitely not a good team to take against Diao Chan and Zhuge Liang. And contrary to what people are saying, Zhuge Liang is actually really strong. Especially if, like, in normal positions, you typically want him at the flank and you have another minion beside him, another minion maker apart from him to protect his minions. Alright, so that's the war. Pretty bad. I think I didn't even hit 200. I think it's 100 something. I think. Oh, 242. Okay, I guess that's okay. The maximum you can get is about 360 something. I think if you go for all 31s, it's 372. So we tried, we failed. Guess we have to wait for the next one. But I think we should be able to get the win 300 to 296 for they're down by 1,000. So that's like 30 flags just to get level with us, which I think by that time, as long as nobody fails like how I failed today, I think it should be alright. Okay, so that's it from me. Yep, I think I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm not buying these deals, so yeah, whatever. Alright, GG's.